discussion 5.2, planning professional development video. So, one of the first things that we were to think about was really how do we like learning new things about teaching? And do we go to conferences or professional developments or anything along the lines of that? And when I'm looking at professional development or learning about teaching, there's two things that I like to do beyond just obviously my graduate classes. So, talking more specifically about professional development, I really enjoy professional development when it's something that I'm interested in or something that relates to me. I like the being in person and being able to answer questions and interact with the speaker to gain more information. I also really enjoy Zoom conferences as well, as that also offers an opportunity for asking and answering questions and being able to interact with that person. But beyond that, I also do enjoy looking to social media for some different ways to maybe manage classroom management or how to better integrate this into the classroom or new programs. So learning from other teachers is also extremely helpful. So the next thing that we were supposed to think about was more of the professional developments that we have experienced in our teaching career, and like maybe one thing that really kind of stuck out to us, what motivated me to attend. So as soon as I first thought about that, I thought about our equity summit that I had to do for my county over this past year. And the idea of the equity summit is that there is like, I don't know, probably 20 different speakers and presenters, and you can pick ahead of time like the different topics that you are personally interested in, and they vary in topics. It could be anything from grading for equity, or it could be equity within the county, or a particular group, or so there's a whole lot of topics that people can choose from, and it's all in how to support our students. So with that being said, I really connected this to the six principles that was talked about in the RSA video this week for talking about like motivation as to maybe why we as adults are learning. And just to kind of run through those six principles, it is first needing to know why we're doing this. So you're not just going into a situation being like, oh, okay, I'm going to go learn some stuff, but more specifically, why are you learning that? Also, another principle is based on experience, so building on your knowledge already. Third is self concept, so taking responsibility for your learning. Readiness, problem orientation, so your skills, and then intrinsic motivation. So, with that being said, I felt as though I connected with every single one of those when I was talking about my experience in this particular professional development, because I knew why I was there. I knew that I've already had a little bit of background knowledge and talked about more of what I was going to learn from that. And I was personally interested in this, so it really helped me support me as a learner. And then finally, the last thing that we are supposed to look at was more of kind of what we've taken from this reading this week and where we can go forward, I guess. So, when part of our reading this week was on Edutopia, and one of the things that they stated, this was based on the article that was how to help teachers who are struggling with technology. And one of the things they said was to create a tech team. And this really resonated with me because this is what I want to do. I want to create a team of people to assist. And I actually talked to my superintendent, I think it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago now, about actually setting up a tech team. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, like this is such a good thing. It is a positive thing. And it acts almost as a kind of like bottom up approach. Whereas, okay, we can talk to teachers. What do they need? Where are they struggling? And kind of relay that to the higher ups as to what exactly we need from them. So with that being said, there are two kind of ways that I would take this and move forward with it. So, if we were to create a tech team, maybe in my classroom or my school, I could work with teachers, maybe even my co teacher or other teachers within the different grade levels, and kind of come up with new ideas how to integrate technologies within their own lessons. So, that would allow an opportunity for collaborative planning. And then we can also look at data as well. So, a lot of our data is online and in many different formats and many different programs. And it does get overwhelming. So maybe being able to sit down as a group and kind of break it apart and be like, okay, how else can we better support our students? Our last one is professional development. So again, as I mentioned, I've actually personally talked to my superintendent about this actually being a possibility to work with a group of teachers and maybe kind of come up with some things that we need support with, or where are we lacking, and what can we do, what can we create in order to assist these teachers in our county be more technologically savvy and understand how to better integrate technology within our classrooms. And then beyond that, here are my sources.